Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. Back with part 8 of our Blacksad Let's Play. If you watched us in the last part, you'll know that it crashed. It hung again for the 4th or 5th time during this Let's Play. As I said before, the crashes and the bugs are absolutely awful throughout this game. But we will try to get to the end of it. We're going to jump back in just now and see if we can't get past this bug, but it seems to just keep hanging on this bit of fabric. So I'm not sure whether we'll get this done today or not, but we'll give it a bash. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're returning to the channel, then again, thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll get this done for you. So, as always, I'll be fairly quiet throughout the playthrough, only talking when I sort of really need to or when I'm trying to explain things. Because I like to let you hear the storyline and what's going on in the game. And just let you watch the cutscenes basically, because it is a very story driven game.
It was like this when I got here.
So we've seen all this last time. Doesn't seem matter what we
Did you touch or move anything in here?
Only the phone.
Good. Calm down. I'll take care of this.
We saw all this last time, so just a quick look about.
Had you already finished looking through these papers?
I wish.
Well, I guess you'll enjoy sorting all this again.
The only reason for actually looking at these is because we do need these clues for later on. There's a couple of semi-important.
Do you like sardines?
Excuse me?
Do you like sardines?
Ugh.
Looks like the burglar isn't interested in bureaucracy. Not that I suspected otherwise, but it's obvious they weren't looking for money.
Did they take anything?
No, although... When you went in the hospital room to get your purse, did you get the gun as well?
Yes. Isn't it there? I put it back. I'd rather not go through that again.
That's too bad. It looks like they took it.
It occurs to me I called him Harry done, it's Joe done.
Bingo.
What is it?
And I was
Nothing.
rounding it up
Just
in my
a
last video.
freshly signed contract.
Like when I was trying to catch people up at the start. But his name's Joe Dunn. The owner of the boxing gym.
It's pretty clear that Helen Moore's cigarette case was a gift from O'Leary.
so I've got to look at the back. Can you even go downstairs? No. I hope it doesn't, but... Oh.
Is this yours?
I think it belongs to the new cleaning lady. Mary just wasn't working out, so she left.
Clarice Freeman?
Yes. You think she did this?
There we go, cut into work and go. Hopefully we can get rid of this. That wasn't working last time for some reason. Yeah, right, we can get by this now. Eventually.
Wait here, please.
So since we got by this, what I usually do is I go for about an hour per playthrough, so we'll go for about an hour again and see how we're doing. Provided the game doesn't crash before then again, obviously, like it did last week. But thankfully we've got by that this week.
Ah, damn. Could be a knife wound. The murder was brutal. I can just picture her saying, "Honey, I found a job. We're finally gonna make ends meet."
I do apologise if you can hear my console whirring. I think I might have said it earlier, but it's at least I've definitely said it in all videos, for whatever reason during this game it goes really loud.
I want you to call the police, Sonia, and then go straight to a friend's house. Don't even think about going home, and definitely don't come back here.
I'm staying at a friend's house. I haven't even set foot in my father's place yet.
Good. Do you have the keys? If the murderer didn't find what he was looking for, that might be his next stop, if he hasn't been there yet. For once I had the keys to the place, which meant I wouldn't have to use my lockpicks or... Oh. It doesn't look like anyone picked the lock. Look at that. The guy sure had good taste. I see more art in a boxer's hypnotizing footwork than in certain modern paintings.
You won't hear the music because I've got the music in the game muted at the moment, just so that it doesn't flag here on YouTube.
As I glanced at the telephone, I remembered the weekly password for O'Leary's illegal gambling operation. Even though I had rejected his reward for finding Yale, I had managed to make my own dirty money after the Eagle Pimp suddenly quit the poker game. How much damage could a small bet do?
Yes.
Wild strawberries.
Welcome, sir. May I ask for the beneficiary of your bet?
I'd like to bet on Sonia Dunn's behalf.
Event?
Stone versus Yale, Madison Square Garden.
Got it. Amount?
$5,000.
Winner?
Stone wins.
Place of delivery?
I'd seen several locations written out in O'Leary's basement, but I could only remember one, courtesy of my new matchbox, La Iguana Pool Room.
All right, sir. Good afternoon.
It's hard to believe that a pair of boxing fists could play something like this, although I'm sure he had the lungs for it. It looks like Dunn had already begun to move his things. Dunn? Thorpe? No idea. And these two, they look familiar. I seem to recall Dunn being mad about the pictures, but who knows?
No. There's a trophy for getting that right, but I don't know what the answer is. fact, let's find out. Let's get us a trophy. I should be able to reload that bit, and we'll get a wee trophy here if we can get the right answer. So we know it's not he's a film buff, or if it is, then that's not the one that gets you the trophy. So what else? Ah, good, so it takes you back to this, but that's not so bad.
Wasn't Dunn's nickname the Quiet Lynx? I'd swear I saw that on a poster at the gym.
So that's how you get that trophy. So that wasn't bad to go back for that a little bit. It just means we have to relook at these boxes for the clues. Oh no, it's saved after that. So there's a wee tip for you. If you look at these boxes first and see the picture with these little war buddies in it, it auto saves when you come out of those boxes. So you can just do the progress trick there to have another shot at the painting. Sorry, the poster. We'll just do it room by room.
Dunn died 4 days ago, and that lettuce still looks okay. Ready-made meals on airplane trays in front of the TV. Who would have thought we'd end up eating like this? Of course. Now I see how Dunn bought the apartment he was going to share with Mary. This place has to be empty in 2 weeks for the new owners. I wonder if Sonia knows about this. Sardines. It's been open for a few hours.
We've got 3 clues we can do. Let's have a look at them.
It's pretty clear that the burglar came by the house before heading to the gym, which means he probably didn't find what he was looking for in here.
We still have 2 deductions we can do. That doesn't match. Oh wait, I know one of these. I think. Yeah.
If she's still in love, why does she claim she hates him? What is she hiding?
not sure what that one is. We'll continue on just now and see if we can figure it out.
Elaine. I think that was Dunn's wife's name, according to Jake. Is this how he got in? You still looked at her every morning, so many years later, with a new love? Maybe we don't need to forget. Maybe pain just transforms into, I don't know, something. This is too private.
Oh, baseball card there. Oh, Hall of Fame card.
Another empty closet. Wow. Could Dunn really afford such luxuries? Or did he only want to impress Mary?
I should point out there is a trophy for interacting with as many books as possible. I never got that in my save file, so I'm hoping I get it here, but I mean throughout the entire game, not just in Dunn's apartment, but I have no idea what book I missed. I think it could be the book 3 of 3, the Boxer Poet guy, but I'm not 100% on that. So if you've been keeping up with the playthroughs and you know where I've missed a book, feel free to let me know in the comments.
Could this be the origin of Sonia's interest in business management? one of the very few teen idols who only got better with age. What's this doing here? No matter how hard I look, I'm not getting anywhere. I need to talk with Sonia, and maybe with her uncle Tim.
It brings back... I don't know.
Good memories?
An optimist, are we? It's like remembering the last day of summer. Scenes full of joy, picturesque landscapes, and yet the light is faint and the air is still. The calm before the storm.
I know that feeling.
I figured that much. I can see it in your eyes. We met in the army. We were all professional athletes. They called us the Olympic Five.
Who's the guy on the left?
Ah, Viktor Sukovsky, the athlete. You've probably heard of his medals.
Hey, isn't that Craig Spano? The guy on the Morley's billboards?
Yes, indeed. Our captain. He was the oldest, after all, and star of the New York Warriors. He was an orphan, you know. But he loved the sport so much that he said baseball was his family.
Who's the guy on the right?
Angus Mitchell, our combat medic, and a doctor with the New York Warriors, which is how he met Spanow. It was Spanow who got him assigned to our platoon.
What about you?
I had just signed with the Milestones. I hadn't even played my first game, but people said I had a bright future ahead of me.
And you did. The cop at the hospital sure seemed happy to be the proud owner of a Tim Ironarm Thorpe autograph.
Who would have thought that I'd end up becoming Tim Iron Legs Thorpe?
What happened?
I fought the Nazis for 2 years, up there in the sky, over Europe. And I never set foot in a field hospital. 3 years later, I crossed the street without looking. And look at me now.
Was Dunn already boxing?
Yes, he was. I had already seen him fight before I even met him. He was as humble in the ring as he was in life. He'd always let his rivals take the initiative. I remember how he barely dodged the blows. If you didn't look at his feet, it seemed like he wasn't even moving. And the footwork, pure dancing. You could almost hear the music. The song would play until his opponent was exhausted. Then came the drum roll, followed by Dunn's victory by KO.
What happened to all of them?
Zukovsky died the same day they injured Dunn. Dunn received an honorable discharge and came home. He quit boxing and opened his gym. Mitchell was redeployed to a field hospital. Spano and I continued in the same unit, but nothing was ever the same. You see what I meant with the last day of summer. And after the war, well, who the hell cares?
I do. What happened to Spano?
Well, you've seen the billboards. He made it big time. When I was forced to retire, I got him some advertising deals. That's how I founded this agency. But then, something happened to him. He became sullen. He fell out of shape, and slowly but surely, lost touch with reality. He withdrew from public life and broke off our friendship. Haven't heard from him in, 3 years? And believe me, I've tried to contact him.
What happened to Mitchell after the war?
Mitchell? Who knows? We lost touch. I hope he's doing well.
You think Spano might have been involved in Dunn's death?
Spano? No way. He and Dunn were always... Well, Spano's changed so much that it's hard to say.
I think I saw Mitchell not too long ago, but I can't remember where.
Seriously? Please try to remember. I'd love to hear from him again.
I'll do my best.
Allow me to double your wage. You have to find the murderer. Maybe Dunn stayed in touch with Mitchell or Spano. Maybe even with both. But he never told me anything. Maybe Sonia knows.
I doubt it. But that's not the only question I've got for her. May I?
Yes?
Sonia,
No, she's not here. Who's calling?
where is she? You know, it's dangerous.
Have you ever wished you'd never been born?
What? Yeah, sometimes.
Then we're both in the same boat. First time was right after moving to New York. I hated my mother. She was the reason we moved from the countryside and the smell of freshly mowed grass to this dirty city and the smell of medicine. Her medicine. The second time was after she died. I hated myself for having hated her before, for not having loved her enough. The third time was when my father shut himself off. I hated him for that, for abandoning me, for giving in to the booze. Now he's dead, so take a guess.
You hate yourself for having hated him.
Yes, but that's not the worst of it. The problem is I don't know how to live without hating him. Over the last few years, everything I've done was meant to push my father far away. To avoid being like him. To avoid making his same mistakes. Without him, I just don't know who I am. And you won't even let me hate Bobby, which might actually help me.
The more you hate, the worse you feel.
You think I don't know that? I need someone to blame. Without that someone, I have only myself to hate.
I'll find the person who did this. I promise.
Let me have my doubts. Although, you've already come so far. I'm sorry I haven't been a little more grateful.
In any case, you shouldn't hate yourself. You are... No, you have such good qualities. You're as smart as you are kind.
That's what my father used to say. Why would you think that?
You try too hard to hide the latter, but I'm a detective.
Anyway, can we just drop the subject? Did you go to my father's apartment?
Yes, the thief went there before coming to the gym, which leads me to believe he didn't find what he was looking for.
And what was he looking for?
That's what I intend to find out, with your help. I found a picture taken during the war.
The Olympic Five.
Did you meet any of them, besides your father and uncle?
Well, Uncle Tim actually isn't my uncle.
No?
He and my father loved each other like brothers. Did he tell you that he saved his life?
Thorpe saved your father?
They were flying over Brittany in a 3-unit fighter plane. Zukovsky was the pilot, my father was the co-pilot, and my uncle manned the machine gun. Suddenly, enemy fire killed Zukovsky and injured my father, which is why he never boxed again. My uncle jumped out of the gun turret, ran to the cockpit, and managed to pilot the plane to safety. Oh, the times my father told me that story. And now...
You still have your uncle.
Yes, I guess you're right. Maybe he can also save me.
Did you ever meet Spano? What can you tell me about him?
I think I saw him once, but I was just a little girl. I think my uncle turned him into a star. It was a long time ago.
I found a baseball glove with Spano's autograph in your room.
Oh, I've never seen it. My father must have put it there, although I don't remember him having a signed glove.
Did you ever meet Mitchell, the doctor?
Mitchell? The lizard? No, never. Why?
Oh, nothing. I think I've seen him somewhere. Your dad had great taste in music.
You think? Let me guess. The same taste you have, right?
Exactly.
You don't know how happy that makes me.
I saw your old room.
That's embarrassing. Stop, or I'll end up hating you.
Did the abacus inspire you to dabble in finances?
The most useful gift anybody has ever given me.
A gift from your Uncle Tim?
He used to say that in this day and age, a woman should know how to count. My father didn't agree, but he didn't oppose it either. People thought he was a liberal because of his attitude towards racial issues. But at home, things were different.
I'm also a fan of Frank Papalia.
Oh yeah, the poster. I only liked him because my father thought he was too modern. But I'm glad we agree. I thought you shared my father's taste in music.
It's odd that there are practically no toys or memories of your childhood in the room, except for a small music box.
That box? It might just be my last happy memory. It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates. So my father drew a treasure map for me. I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing. X marks the spot, so I dug to find my treasure. I loved the music it played, the ballerina and the little secret compartment. Oh, the secrets I kept in there.
I think it's the first time I heard you call your father Daddy.
Really?
Your father sold his apartment. The new owners move in 2 weeks.
What?
I'm sorry. I think he used the money to buy a new place with Mary Purnell. You'll have to talk to her sooner or later.
Yes. I guess I owe it to my father in spite of it all.
Are you cold?
A little. Maybe I should go. Anyway. Thanks for the company.
Sonia, don't come back to the gym, okay? I told you, it's dangerous.
Aren't you coming?
I knew I was looking at a solution, but what exactly needed solving? Maybe Dunn used the same hiding place once more.
Thought for a second it crashed there.
I'll never understand why detectives and criminals bluster while they fight each other in the pictures. What a waste of breath, focus, and energy. It's not the lack of credibility in the screenplay that bothers me. Plus, it's actually pretty handy. When a crook talks to you in the middle of a fight, you know you're up against a rookie. And if he doesn't even say, "Help me, please,"
What did they say?
nothing serious. I lost another one of my 9 lives. Oh, this hurts.
Got many left?
I'm in the red. You hasn't woken up yet?
Nope. We're gonna be here a while. Vulpine, 7 letters.
Cunning.
Cunning?
Cunning. It fits. I hope it doesn't throw anything off.
Yep, looks like you were right with cunning. What are you looking for?
Nothing. Will he live?
He'll live.
So what have you found out?
Randall Lee. Apparently in love with our penitentiary system, judging by the frequency of his visits. Theft, assault, extortion, you know, minor things of the sort.
Any partners?
Always works alone. He's never ratted out his employers, provided they exist. Did you find anything? Is this our man? Do you have proof?
Okay, so
Looks like we know who tore his pants following Clarice Freeman up to the rooftop. His pants have a tear in them. I found a piece of that same fabric at the gym, on the stairs that lead to the rooftop where we found the second body.
Makes sense, but how many pairs of ripped pants are walking around New York City? I don't call that evidence.
right now I should point when the anteater, the bad guy that's lying in the hospital bed, starts to wake up, you and Smirnoff play good cop bad cop, and there's trophies for that, for playing good cop convincingly or for playing a bad cop convincingly. I've done both in my playthrough, so just to let you know, I'm going to do good cop this time. So if you want a good cop trophy, follow what I do, like follow the selections I do, and you'll get that trophy, not a problem. Okay, now as for this, let's see. Small shoes. Try that. This is. Maybe I don't. Oh no, this one is, I know what it is. That's not what I meant to pick. It's that one and that one.
The guy who broke into the gym in Dunn's place has a thing for sardines. Did you smell his breath?
Right, because there's only one sardine fanatic on this side of the Hudson. I need something more.
That was one I was trying to do initially. That one's doing fit. I thought that would fit. That's the one I meant to select.
I saw footprints from those very same shoes next to both the gym murders.
Unless you're telling me that shoe is a limited edition, I'm gonna need something else.
One of the thugs that attacked me the other night had a snout just like his.
I'm sorry. But you can't incriminate someone based solely on species. What else you got?
What more do you need? I've given you 4 pieces of evidence.
None of which are conclusive.
He tried to throw me off the rooftop.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. He's our man.
No, he's not our man.
Make up your mind.
He's just a puppet. Someone is pulling his strings.
Could it be Yale?
He's hiding something for sure. But I don't think he did it. By the way, was he discharged? His room is empty.
They let him out yesterday. He's in police custody now. You can tell he's an athlete. Made quite the comeback. Anyone else would have taken 10 times as long. Anyway, he better be fine. You know they've ordered me to escort him to Madison Square Garden on the day of the fight.
Yeah, I heard something of the sort.
What have you heard?
Frank Cassidy. He's friends with the governor.
You don't say. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Quick, what do you want? Good cop or bad cop?
Okay, so this is the bit I was talking about.
I'm the good guy.
If you just follow these selections, you should
Good thing someone took out
get the
the
trophy alright.
trash.
For a good cop, that is.
No wonder you were saved by garbage, you piece of trash. But you're gonna wish it hadn't.
Go to hell, you dog.
Don't pay any attention to flat feet, Mr. Lee. Yeah, you're in a tight spot, but there's always a way out. We have proof that you killed Joe Dunn and Clarice Freeman.
I'll call your bluff. You ain't got nothing.
Are you acquainted with our usual witness program? For a modest sum, they'll say they saw your sorry snout when and where we tell them to.
Cut the crap, Smirnov. You know we've got conclusive evidence. However, we can offer you a deal if you tell us who hired you.
What can you offer me?
We could significantly reduce your sentence. I could testify that you helped me on the rooftop.
See,
That's a
there's good cop
start,
at work. You should
but
get
it's
the trophy
not
for
good
that, yeah.
enough. I want in on the witness protection program. New city, new job, new identity, and a clean police record. That's the only way I'll talk. Meanwhile, I want police protection 24/7. I'm afraid that...
Whoa!
Watch out!
No, retry it. Did not let me do that. As I said, I think I've got a dodgy thumbstick, so it's not letting me do certain actions
I'm
with it
afraid
properly.
that...
Whoa!
Watch out!
No. Super annoying.
I'm afraid that...
Whoa!
Watch out!
Ah, that's horrible. But I don't know if you can hear me actually pressing the stick in that direction.
I'm afraid that...
So it's saying press left, left stick left, and it's just not doing it.
Watch out!
Actually left stick right. Actually press it. It must be button bash X, boss. I thought it was press X.
I'm afraid that...
So that's my fault, I've been pressing the stick the wrong direction.
Watch out!
It's left stick to right. And you've got to... Now you've got to be quick, that's what it is. That's my fault, I made a real meal of that. Easy.
Luckily, Smirnov's wound wasn't as bad as Randall's. Unfortunately, the police found nothing on the nearby rooftops. Our best shot at finding the killer was gone, so I went back to my previous lead.
Okay, so the previous lead should be a little bit back at Joe Dunn's house, if my memory serves me correctly. So what we'll do is we'll do this a little bit and then we'll call that there in a few moments.
It's from before my mother got sick and we moved here. I loved reading stories about pirates, so my father drew a treasure map for me. I searched the whole house, one clue at a time. It led me to this enormous tree in the yard where Daddy had put up a tire swing.
I was hoping you'd be able to do other stuff while you were here. Oh, not there. I thought there was something there. Looks like that's the only thing you can do it.
Bing bang!
Hello, Smirnoff residence.
You're dead! No, I got you with my lasso!
Can you quiet down, kids?
Dunn got killed for stirring the hornet's nest.
And you confessed your crime!
Kids, please.
He'd been investigating athletes for months, including Helen Moore and Al Stone, among others. Dunn's notes aren't all that clear, and I'm not sure what he was after. But I'd say we're facing a widespread corruption case.
Well, if you're right, that could be some dangerous evidence. Bring it here ASAP.
Sure, but there's something important that I need to finish first. I wanted to follow a certain lead on my own before Smirnov had the chance to see anything. According to his notebook, Dunn had seen Craig Spano at Sam's diner just 4 days before his death.
Again, if you stand up to Sam as much as possible, here you'll get a trophy as well.
Scram, you son of a bitch!
Beat it or what?
Well, I can't make up my fucking mind. Either call the cops or beat your ass. Which would you prefer?
It might have been easier to slap the information out of him, but I decided to trust in a universal truth. Everyone is guilty of something. You don't know who I am, right?
Don't know and don't care. Come on, spit it out.
I'm John H. Blackmore, Public Health Inspector.
Oh, yeah, right. There are some real freaks around here, so I have to be firm, you know?
So you should get the trophy run about there.
Have you eaten?
My memory's correct.
Dinner's on the house.
After you answer my questions.
Sure, go ahead. Your call. Always at your disposal, Inspector. Ask away.
Fear turned him soft and made him talk. Sure enough, Dunn had been there a few days back with a chimpanzee who matched Spano's description. Apparently, the guy still lived with his father. Dunn said he couldn't stay there a day more. For the time being, he would move into his place.
Wait a minute. What does Public Health Services have to do with that chimp?
We worked together at the Consumer Protection Office. He came in pretending to be a client, and you insulted him.
Me? Whoa, I barely even talked to him.
Which is even worse.
So we can make some new deductions.
Dunn had taken Spano to his place. I wanted to believe that when Randall Lee broke into the apartment, Spano fled to his former address. But where could that be? Gotcha. If the living have rich and poor neighborhoods, so do the dead. In the mid-19th century, Greenwood became the resting place to the city's most distinguished citizens. Thinkers, scientists, writers, inventors, artists, businessmen, politicians, police officers, thieves, pimps, and murderers. Here lie the bodies of the soulless minds that raised New York from the ground up. Now you know where to go to become somebody in the Big Apple.
I was going to leave it after Joe Dunn's bit, but I forgot about this bit. What I'll do is I'll quickly do the cemetery, and then what I want to do is I want to leave it in the alleyway. There's a bit just after this. So hopefully we'll get to there. Hopefully that won't take too long. We'll just have a quick walk around the cemetery, pick up any clues, and finish off the cemetery bit, because it's not a very long section. It's mostly just having a walk around the outskirts and see if there's any baseball cards, or Hall of Fame cards, sorry, I keep calling them baseball cards. So if I'm not mistaken, this might be a trophy.
I've never trusted angels. When they fall,
See, there's a trophy for completing this scene. I'm not sure what it is. I know it's not All Hell Breaks Loose, so it's one of the other three. They talk demons?
They turn into demons.
There we go, that was it. Thinking of Lucifer and Morningstar. The devil was supposed to be an angel that fell to earth and became the devil. So, that's the answer to that one for a trophy. Because I answered that wrongly in my playthrough. In case you're wondering, I don't generally read the trophies until afterwards, so until after I've done a playthrough, so I'd read the trophies after I completed my playthrough to see what I was missing, and that's how I remembered some of these ones. Which I thought would be quite good to fill these in on where to get one or two of them.
If this had been here over 30 minutes, it'd be covered in ants. Still hot. The 4 bases guarding their father. It'd be even better with a skull between the bats. According to the book I found at Dunn's place, fans of the sport leave baseballs on Bradwick's tomb to pay their respects.
Don't want to look at that one just now, because once you pick up the baseball it'll start a cutscene, so you just want to make sure you've got all the cards, the Hall of Fame cards, or any other clues before you leave, or before you set off the cutscene, sorry. Get it right yet. Check if there's anything behind that one. remember there being more things to click on than that. I think that might be us. So I'll have a wee quick look round here and then I'll go and grab the baseball. Oh, there's something there. There we go, that was well hidden. So let's grab the baseball. I think we've got it in here now.
A Celtic cross. Supposedly, the ring keeps the devil at bay by reflecting the sunlight. Really handy at this time of the day.
It's actually a Celtic cross, not a Celtic cross. But popular mispronunciation. So
I found a baseball glove at Joe Dunn's place. A glove signed by a great star. I couldn't believe my luck. I've always been a New York Warriors fan, although to be honest, they're not what they used to be. Yep, they just haven't been the same without Craig Spano. Joe Dunn met with someone at the diner, close to his gym. Then he took that person to his house, so that he didn't have to live at the cemetery. I would have never guessed the person's identity.
you?
I'm John Blacksad, private investigator.
How's Joe?
One question at a time. It's my turn.
Your turn.
Why did you meet with Joe Dunn?
Because he was looking for me. He came here one morning, but I was too embarrassed to come down. Because he left a baseball with his initials on by the tombstone. Sam's Diner, tomorrow, 12:30 a.m. Because he knew they want to kill me.
What did he want from you? And who wants to kill you?
One question at a time. How's Joe?
What would happen if I told him the truth? Would he lose it? Could I take that chance? Joe Dunn is dead. Murdered.
I told you, Joe. How did it happen?
One question at a time. My turn. What did Dunn want from you?
He wanted to know who was playing dirty in the sporting business. Dirtier than usual, that is. Wrecked lives, careers, ruined at the top of the game. He wanted to know if the same had happened to me. He wanted to know if the end of my career and my disappearance had anything to do with all that. He wanted me to confirm who was behind it all. The guy who had him killed. Our old friend, the surgeon.
Is Mitchell the surgeon? Is he the person behind all of this? That surgeon you mentioned, is he...
My turn. I want to know why I should trust you.
Because I take my job very seriously. It's my turn. That surgeon that you mentioned, is he in this photo I got here? Ow! Hey! Hey, that toss was... Both my ear and my self-esteem would hurt for days. But at least I had a new lead to follow. The surgeon. The bastard had avoided my scrutiny by passing as a hospital doctor. But now, all of my senses were on guard. No matter how good the disguise, or how well he hid, I would find him.
So, what you're saying is, one,
Oh, I forgot
there's
this
a
bit.
corruption scandal involving all kinds of athletes. Two, our puppet master is a surgeon named Mitchell, a man who happened to fight in the war with Dunn, right?
Every lead I've found points to him.
Anyway, where was I? Number 3, right? 3. Since Dunn was on his trail, Mitchell hired an anteater to get rid of him. Then, since you were also shaking the wasp's nest, he went after you. But the anteater made a mistake, and Mitchell killed him to cover his own tracks. And, wait, 4. The key to all this lies with a common friend of Dunn's and Mitchell's, Craig Spennow. Do you really trust him?
I think he didn't lie to us. Although he might not know the whole truth.
4. No, I mean 5. Dunn was murdered 4 days after taking Spennow to his house. If that doesn't make him suspect, makes sense, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't add up.
Why not?
Just a hunch.
Let's follow up with the suspects. You told Smirnoff that even though you're sure Yale is innocent, you think he's hiding something. But what about O'Leary? 6.
Oh wait a minute.
O'Leary wouldn't have sent Randall to kill Dunn. He would have dragged him to his basement, given him his little speech, and then killed him himself. Nah, I know O'Leary, and he wouldn't have sent a hitman. He would have taken matters into his own hands.
What about Cassidy? 7, right?
I think it's safe to rule out Cassidy as Dunn's murderer. He seems too impulsive to have planned such a twisted crime. Whoever planned the whole thing knew the suicide theory would fall through, so he manipulated the clues to incriminate. Cassidy is too impulsive to pull off such an intricate plan.
So, you're right. Mitchell is the one pulling the strings. And you know why? Because in novels, the murderer is always someone the detective knows from the beginning.
Well, that could be the case in British novels. You know, where everyone in the mansion where the murder took place is a suspect. But this might just be an American whodunit, where the detective doesn't even meet the culprit until the last scene.
You mean we still don't know who's pulling the strings?
I didn't say that. How did it go with Helen Moore?
I didn't get anything, even though it started out really well.
That's a bit really
I asked to
fidgety,
interview
annoying.
her along with her boyfriend, Al Stone. Since I'm a big shot, they were happy to oblige. Perfect. Now, time for the interview. I'll go back and forth so you don't get bored. So, who goes first? Here's one for both of you. How did you meet?
At a party organized by Des.
Ow, who threw the party doesn't matter one bit. What matters is that I saw you and you saw me. Our paths crossed and our lives were changed forever.
Okay, now. Here's one for Helen. dating a boxer can be dangerous. Aren't you afraid that those blows to the head will take a toll on his intellectual capacity?
Honey, take a look at my man and then look at yourself. You really think I'm with him because of his intellectual capacity?
Helen!
Write this down. Nothing will change my man. His smarts, manliness, and integrity are all boxing proof.
Moving on. Time for a picture.
How should we pose?
Show me your weapons. The fist against the racket. That's it. Perfect. Now what? This one's for the two of you. Have you thought about marriage and children?
Well, the truth is, we haven't talked about it, but maybe it's too soon. Maybe...
Of course we thought about it. Al is simply too private, that's all. That's all we can say for now. But tell your readers to watch this space.
Okay, one more question, and...
Al, honey, can you answer it? I've gotta go say hi to a fan. I'll be right back, Mr. Pulitzer.
Wait. You mean she stopped smiling when that fan showed up?
Yeah.
Could you describe him for me?
I'll be able to show you something as soon as I'm done developing these pictures. And actually, I thought it was odd too. So while I continued to interview Stone, I managed to take some pictures of Moore and whoever her mysterious fan was. All right, so where were we? Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on the down low.
My lips are sealed. Let's get that picture taken. Okay, now raise your head and your arms up like you were celebrating a victory.
Like these?
Exactly. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one.
This bit is really fidgety because it doesn't come up in time. Like
Right,
the circle shrinks,
so,
you've got to get it in the
where
right
were we?
lines. You've got to do it twice, and it just doesn't.
Your manager
respond
is
quick
Frank
enough.
Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
Cassidy is a great manager, really. No complaints there. And the work he's putting in as president of the association is really valuable. But, I don't know, maybe in this case, Joe Dunn was right. Wait, no. Could you keep that last comment off the record? You know, on the down low.
My lips are sealed. Let's get that picture taken. Okay, now raise your head and your arms up like you were celebrating a victory.
Like these?
Exactly. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one. What's with me today?
Right, got
Don't
that
move,
one.
please. Now we got it.
that one more
Should
time.
we keep at it? In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor, but there's no such thing as a weak rival. And, you know, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
I'm going to take one more, all right? Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it. What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again.
And that's me. Retry. Have to start that from the start. Really horrible.
All right. So, where were we?
Let's try to take 2 pictures.
Let's get that picture taken. Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one.
Didn't let me move left.
All right. So, where were we?
I really hate this wee. But
let's get that picture taken.
It just does not work right.
Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it.
And the only thing is, even if I get to take one picture, still need to get to do the second one.
Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one.
I have no idea what you're meant to do there. It looks like it's shrinking in, but the wee line for it doesn't come up until after you press it.
So, where were we? Let's get that picture taken. Let's see what you think about this. Close your eyes and rest your chin on your fist. The boxing thinker.
Like these?
Exactly. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one. What's with me today? Don't move, please.
I've got that one taken. Hopefully I can get the next one and that's just done. Hopefully.
Now we got it. Should we keep at it? I'm going to take one more, all right? Okay, now raise your head and your arms up like you were celebrating a victory.
Like these?
Exactly. What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again.
Too soon? Oh, you're joking. I hate this part. Really hate it. It's the most fidgety control in the game.
Let's get that picture taken.
Every time you miss one of the pictures of whoever it is she's talking to, I don't want to ruin it.
Turn around and show me those biceps from behind.
Like that?
That's it. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one. What's with me today? Don't move, please. Now we got it. Should we keep at it? I'm going to take one more, all right? Okay, now raise your head and your arms up like you were celebrating a victory.
Like these?
Exactly. What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again. I can't seem to get it right. Don't move.
That should be this, hopefully.
It's about time. Finally, we're all set.
Wait. So, are you telling me the photos are developed? Or is that what you said to Stone?
Both. Just look.
That's a decent picture, but it doesn't tell the truth.
Huh? Of course it's the truth. I was there.
Stone isn't as strong as he looks, and Moore certainly doesn't need him to lift her up.
Well, I noticed this when I played through it, but does that not look like there's a picture missing? Just saying.
Look at his hand. Is he pulling something out of Moore's purse, or putting it in?
How much do you think each bicep weighs?
A lot, but less than your tongue.
You're hilarious.
Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him.
How the hell did you make them pose like that? They're lovers, not sworn enemies.
I don't know. I was focused on my detective skills. You know, I thought he'd be cocky, but he didn't seem too convinced about beating Yale.
Well, maybe he's got reasons to doubt. I think she only smokes when she's nervous. What was making her nervous? I've seen that matchbox before.
I can't see it because the picture's blurred.
Wait, that's him.
Who?
Mitchell, the surgeon.
Seriously? We got him.
Not yet.
Right. We still have to find him. Hey, pal. Did you hear what I just said? We need to keep looking at all those pictures. We need a clue that'll take us to Mitchell. Hey, see? There. Just like I was saying.
Okay, I know I've said this a couple of times already, I forgot about that, but we'll do this, and then that's us for this session. It's just a little bit of dialogue in the pool hall, and then we'll leave it standing in the alleyway just after it.
Brawls aren't even the worst part of my job. Sure, you may take a beating, but at least you get the chance to defend yourself. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff. Your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. People were finally leaving the place. The bar was about to close. And I hadn't seen Mitchell go in or out. I had no choice.
I see you took me up on my invitation. And you're smart. You knew not to come until my anti-fur regulars had all cleared out.
I can't say no to good advice.
Or good bourbon. Here's looking at you, Mr. What was your name?
As far as I knew, La Iguana always stayed neutral. He played poker with Cassidy, but his joint was used as the gambling drop-off for O'Leary's operation. Did it make sense to keep faking it? Or was it too dangerous not to? Blackmore. John H. Blackmore.
I knew it. Although your Texan isn't half bad.
Let's just say I represent certain sports lobbies I'd rather not talk about.
I understand. My pleasure, Mr. Blackmore. You're natural. You're even better at pool than poker.
This is much easier. No one can cheat.
You barely flinched when Cassidy decided to teach that ego a lesson.
What do you want me to say? I was too shocked to be surprised, to be honest. The people I work for generally try to avoid these situations. Damn it.
Well, nobody's perfect. Tell me, what do you really want with Cassidy? I just don't understand your motives.
You know how a scout goes out to Little League games in search of young talent? Well, that's what I was doing at your poker game. But it's too soon to tell.
Don't worry about it. I was only curious. So, what about me? What do you want from me? No one comes to La Iguana just to drink and play pool.
I'm looking for one of your regulars, Dr. Angus Mitchell.
What for?
We fought together during the war. I just want to say hi.
Sure. Tell you what, I'll talk to Mitchell. Come back tomorrow night.
You don't understand. I have to talk to him, or else.
Or else what?
I don't think Cassidy would be too happy about the role his poker buddy plays in O'Leary's gambling operation. I'm sure you understand that.
Son of a bitch. All right. Give me your phone number, and I'll give you a call when Mitchell shows up.
No. You're gonna call him right now, and you're gonna give him this message. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff, your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. It's so bad that your thoughts spiral in a never-ending loop. Like when you're stuck in your car, on surveillance duty. The owner of La Iguana was supposed to tell Mitchell that a certain anteater was still alive, and that it was only a matter of time before he ratted him out. With a bit of luck, that would make him nervous enough to force his hand. Now all I had to do was follow him. He went in without it. I wonder what's in it.
We'll be just fine, don't worry. Gil, stand guard right here. If the cat shows up, you know what to do. I'll be back in an hour.
Could I take him by surprise from over there? Although I don't know how I'd get there.
Let's open the autosave there. Right, well, regardless, I said I'd leave it in this alley, so I'm going to leave it in this alley. So next time when we come back, we'll explore this alley and we'll finish off the Let's Play, because I believe there's only about 3 scenes left, if I've not forgotten anything again. So next week will be the last week of the Blacksad Let's Play, and then we'll look at some other content for the channel. So please keep an eye out for that, because I do have some other ideas for some videos that will be going up very, very soon. In the meantime, thanks very, very much for watching as much of this Let's Play as you have. Again, if you'd like to see more of it, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. It really does help and I really do appreciate it. And thanks again for watching. See you all next week.